Tonight, new audio recordings and documents in the ethics investigation into former Democratic candidate for governor Andrew Gillum are finally being made public. Nightside reporter Josh Adorowitz is digging into this report. Josh, this is not an indictment.
No, right. This is essentially the Ethics Commission digging in to say, you know what, let's get to the bottom of this here. And tonight, for the first time, we are getting a listen to what happened behind a closed-door meeting last week when the state's Ethics Commission found probable cause that Andrew Gillum accepted hundreds of dollars worth of gifts intended to influence him, including those now infamous Hamilton tickets.
Mr. Gillum did not ask anybody who paid for anything. He never intended to know what was paid for, who paid for it, because he wasn't going to report it if it was a gift.
That voice is State Prosecutor Elizabeth Miller presenting her report to the Ethics Commission. Miller says Andrew Gillum was intentionally ignorant. The findings zeroing in on trips he took to Costa Rica and New York City in 2016.
August of 2016, did you go on a trip to New York City?
I did.
And more specifically, what happened on those trips, like those tickets to see Hamilton. Supposedly gifts from longtime friend and former Tallahassee lobbyist Adam Corey and undercover FBI agent Mike Miller, who was posing as a developer.
Do you have any idea how much those tickets cost for that?
Probably in the 700 range.
Gillum maintains his brother gave him his ticket, but a text message from Corey shows otherwise. And on that Costa Rica trip, Gillum claims he paid Corey back for any expenses, which contradicts statements made by Corey in a sworn affidavit. That is something Gillum's lawyer calls into question.
A man who has refused to be interviewed by the commission investigator and has refused to be deposed.
And he's talking about Corey there. Now, Catalina, while the Ethics Commission did find probable cause that Gillum accepted gifts, they say they did not find probable cause that he ever solicited any gifts.
So what's next?
So at this point, it now goes to a public administrative hearing. That'll go before a judge, and that's when Gillum will be able to make his case, but a date for that has not yet been set.
So a long process continues.
Still